This video will demonstrate Kingstar basic connection setting in Logic Lab. Open the Kingstar control panel found on the system tray. Turn on the Kingstar PLC, this will automatically start everything it needs to run. This may take a few moments if all of the Kingstar required components need to be started. After creating a project, you must first configure the Kingstar EtherCAT support. The EtherCAT cycle time is set to 1000 microseconds by default. If you wish to change the cycle time, select a different value from the drop-down menu. If you require a cycle time under 1000 microseconds, you will need to use a Kingstar Pro runtime. A prompt will warn you about this Pro Edition requirement if you set a value less than 1000 microseconds. The cycle time setting in Kingstar Logic Lab must be compatible with RTX64 subsystem's HAL timer period. To confirm compatibility, start RTX64 control panel from Kingstar control panel. Click Configure RTSS subsystem. Click Change Internal System Behavior. Make sure the EtherCAT cycle time is a multiple of the HAL timer period, which is 100 microseconds by default. If you need to modify the HAL timer period, select a new value from the drop-down menu or input a custom value using the keyboard. RTX64 subsystem must be restarted if there are any changes made to the subsystem configuration. This video will use the default HAL timer period of 100 microseconds. And the EtherCAT cycle time will also be set back to default value of 1000 microseconds. The next two options are Restart Master automatically and Repair Slaves automatically. Restart means if the connection between the master and slave is dropped physically. If checked, the master will be restarted automatically after reattaching the slave. Repair means if the connection is dropped by maintenance or cabling between slaves. If checked, the connection will be repaired automatically after the link is fixed. These two EtherCAT options are enabled by default, and we recommend you keep them checked. Next is Axis Settings. The first drop-down menu is Mode Selection. You can choose Position, Velocity, or Mixed. There are other options like Enable Torque Control Mode. Enable Digital Input and Output. Digital input and output are enabled by default. Next, RTX64 settings is to display verbose messages through the RTX64 server console. You can launch RTX64 server console and monitor connection status for debugging. The last section is Device Settings. Choose to create simulated access or I/O devices when establishing a connection. Simulated devices can be used during development. Simulated devices allow developers to program the system or debug before obtaining the physical hardware. Simulated devices won't be created if this option is unchecked. A program could detect hardware errors after deployment by checking the device counts. System variables KS access count, KSIO count can be used to check device counts. Simulated devices are also counted in these two variables to allow for simulating the number of devices that will be deployed in the final application. Thanks for watching.